Hello, and welcome back to Nier Replicant. So, let us finish the one quest we're missing, and then we can finish part 1 of the game. Wait, I'm kinda missing two weapons too. Came from the mayor's the forest of Mayfield, return to visitors from the death stream. It's in the area in part 2 if you miss it here. Okay. Go inside the box in a manner like helping a meal, okay. Let's start with the side quest. Grimoire-wise quests and no, incomplete quests to play the Valor. Okay, we need to go to Facade. Shut up, yeah, Java. I need to remember to gather all the stuff I can in fucking in the town every time I'm there. All the spots. I don't think I need really much here. Let's get all the iron we can. Facade. There we go. Okay. The thing store is down here to the left.
Hey, do you have any fluorite for sale?
苦見ことリスカレていておで来てたいんぜ
Sorry, sir, but the mine that supplied us with that material has been exhausted.
Oh, I see.
イーラと金殿とそってるさキレキュンザ
There may be some inside the Warren Temple. The rules, of course, forbid you from entering the temple, but if you were to go,
Well, we've come this far. Might as well finish the job.
go off to the Warren Temple. I actually have it, because I think it's a random draw. Raw materials. Nope. Oh my god. It didn't poison me, I think. Oh, it did poison me. Oh well. The effect of the blast, okay. And I forgot. Let me get that item. There you go. PC club. All fight, nice. That works quite a bit. Oh my god, that thing got me good. Not sure if it's worth killing those things, but it's what I'm doing, I guess. Let's get that item. Gold or nice. Is this the temple? Actually, I don't think so. Let me see. This is like another place, I think.
Looks like
Ah, that's the wolf then, I remember. Okay, now I finally lost the poison. Damn, and there's the whole wolf pack coming on my ass. Here I got a nice punch in. Ah, it's possible to gather anything with these assets around. Oh my god. Ah. Okay. I just slowly punch them, I guess. There you go. Ah, let me go, let me go, let me go! Let me go! Rude. Where's that guy lying down? Okay, let's move, let's move. Where the fuck was the Baron Temple? Oh my god, all the walls following me. I think it's here. Is that the teleporter? Yeah, nice. Let's unlock it. Like a teleporter shortcut. I'm guessing that will stay open on part 2. I'm wondering if there is now enemies in the Baron Temple. I need fucking fluoride for this crystal. Let's see how long it takes. Okay, let's see where the gathering points are. There's one down here. Wow. First try, seriously? Will I try to go for more stuff? Yeah, let's do it. Oh, yeah, there's actually enemies inside here now. Where is it? Huh? Oh, I don't know those. That's interesting. Ah, spiders. Oh, well, yes, I know those. Actually, earning money, okay. I don't really think I'll need much money. I'll do the spiders give silk, okay. Will I go for a bit more? Yeah, why not? We're here anyways. Do I need fucking fluoride for the weapons? Let me see that. If not, I think I'm gonna leave. Ah, bad. Fuck off, blood. Can go back a second. Let me put that up. Fluoride 18. Okay. But yeah, that's not. I'm not gonna gather that right now. Let's just go back first. At the end of the game, I gather the ones I need. Tiny must be thinking like, what is this idiot doing? Okay, let's move. We have the fluoride. Desert entrance. Don't need to go back to facade. Ah, that guy was in. Oh my god. He was in. Whatchamacallit? Oh, fuck off, Wolf. At the Sea Town. What is it called? Oh my god, I can't think of the name right now. Seafront. Their original name. Play. Display. Let's try again for giant eggs. Need to really remember to do that. Because as of right now I have 1 of 6. Any points around here? Nope. I think I mostly know where most of them are. From behind there. Save. Just some herb. Let me go up here to look. Nothing up here. Over here. Here is one. Berries. What's in here? Berries. Yeah, I think farming this kind of stuff I will have more than enough money for the upgrades though. Nothing here. That's the mutton lady. And there's 2 points here. Nothing here. Nothing here. Okay, let's turn in the quest for that guy. Sorry, coming through. Something that actually kind of ridiculous is you need 200 iron ore, but you can hold more than 99 at a time. I guess I should start upgrading weapons the moment I can. I should how much iron do we have? Go by 25. We have 9, wow. Gonna take ages. But I think the iron you can buy. Black pearl. Black pearl, that's actually a really good drop I just got. I think those are pretty rare. Where was the guy? Ah, by the lighthouse. Now I remember. There he is.
Here's that ore you wanted.
Oh, thank you! Now maybe my girl will let me hold her hand. Here's the money for the material and a little extra for your time.
Huh? Oh, hold on. This is way too much.
Are you kidding? That's what fluorite costs you on the open market. I only threw in a few coins for your trouble.
It's really that expensive?
Hey, I learned my lesson last time. From now on, it's nothing but the best for my girl.
Holy shit.
The human soul is an unfathomable thing indeed.
You got that right.
Do you think it possible that this man is being deceived by his lover?
Yeah, I do.
Then we shall inform him at once.
Yeah, probably better if we don't.
What's this? Have you finally found someone you are unwilling to aid?
Look, relationships are messy, and sometimes you can't always understand what's going on between a couple.
There is nothing in this world that Grimoire Weiss cannot understand.
Yeah.
So now I should get 50%. Let us still check on Debola. If she has anything for us, and if she doesn't, we go on ahead with the story. But after the Forest of Mills, I'm checking on her again. I think I should go by here every time and pick up all the ores I can. Copper. I think that's not ores, no, that's berries. I think I can get here. Looks like it. Iron, nice. Gonna ignore you, buddy. No point in fighting you right now. Whoa. Okay, checking all the spots again. Before we leave. Let's go to the tavern. I think she doesn't have anything.
What have we got today? Doesn't look like I have any work for you right now. Come back next time you're free, okay?
Okay. Okay, let's check the gathering points. Stupid berries. Have more than enough for a lifetime. I think according to the story we have to talk to Yona. Berries. Okay, that was some medicine. Nothing. Gathering the materials for all the upgrades is gonna be annoying. I can tell already. Nothing around here. Okay, so let's talk to Yona.
Yona?
Oh, hey,
How are you feeling?
better now that I'm taking the medicine you brought.
Good.
By the way, are you gonna stay here today?
You bet.
Really? You'll stay with me? Really?
What?
Yeah, Yona. I'll stay.
Yay!
Oh, she's so happy.
Now get back to bed.
Okay.
Hear a voice. I squint and see a boy standing before me. His hair is silver, skin is pale, and he stares up at me with hard, glassy eyes. Soon his lips begin to move, but no sound comes out. What is he saying? I can hear him. I can hear him. I can hear him. I can hear him. I can't. I can't. I can't. I try to leave, but something about the boy holds my gaze. I watch his face, expressionless, as his lips slowly flutter. What is he trying to say? Wait, it's a phrase. I can almost make it out. It starts with an S. And then there is an E? I can almost see it now. The letters begin to fall together, one after the other, faster and faster. Sealed verse. It's a sealed verse. The thing I am looking for. The key to saving my sister. I stare at the boy with renewed ferocity, trying desperately to make out his next word. Dream. Dream? What? What the hell does that mean? The lips move again, faster now. I can follow them. Damn it! I can make it out. I want to scream. I want to tear the walls down around me, but instead I force myself to be calm. I can do this. I can do it for Yona. Slowly, ever so slowly, I parse out the letters that make up his final words. Or est of myth. The next morning, this is the weirdest part of the game.
Just a dream. Even in my dreams, I'm hunting sealed verses.
Morning.
Morning, Yona.
What's wrong? Are you feeling sick too?
No, I had a strange dream.
What was it about?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
'Cause I had a dream too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, me and this boy were playing a game together.
What kind of game?
It was called Guess the Words. I think he made it up because I never heard of it before.
How did it work?
The boy would move his mouth, but no words would come out. Then I had to guess what he was trying to say. It was hard. I wanted to play hide and seek, but we had to play his dumb game instead.
So what did he say?
I don't know. All I could figure out was dream and forest of myth. But don't worry, I'm gonna study hard so that next time I can figure out everything. We should play a game together sometime too.
Sure, Yona.
Okay. I know exactly where we're heading.
Something troubling you, lad?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Come on, I need to go ask Popola something.
Wish we could stop and play with you on that game. Oh, let's talk to Popola. Ah, I hate that there is a loading screen here. Hey. Hello.
What's up, Popola?
Oh, hi. I just got a strange letter in the mail.
Dearest Popola, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing in hopes of bringing to your attention a certain dream issue of concern regarding recent events in Dream the Village. I was hoping I might be able to get your advice on the matter. Recently there have been dream reports, dream of a certain dream, evil, dream, empty, dream cursed, dream, evil, dream words, dream, and dream. Someone, dream. Hi, Nandy.
That is certainly one bizarre piece of writing.
Well, I was reading that bizarre piece of writing. Yeah, I'm okay.
Who's
How
it
are
from?
you?
The mayor of a small village in the Forest of Myth. It's a wooded area up north.
The Forest of Myth?
They're usually a bright and cheerful group of people. Something like this is very out of character for them. I have a bad feeling about this.
I'll check it out.
You will? But
Don't worry about it. I've got business there anyway.
oh, well, all right. Thank you.
Well, I stopped by your stream the other day. Was really happy I could make it to one of your streams. And yeah, I've missed streaming too. Like, I wanted to stream on so many days and I ended up not doing it. Today I don't have much time for it, but I put myself together and I'm doing it. Funny thing is, now comes one of the weirdest part of the game. Oh wait, why did... Ah, of course, because I entered the library. Of course, I went into a loading screen. Well then, let me check if I get the giant egg. Probably not. Thank you for stopping by. Are you planning? When are you planning to stream this week? Why is there nothing like? No drops at all? Seriously? Nothing up here? Nope. Well, I guess we're going to the Forest of Myth. There is something. How did I miss that? When are you planning to stream this week? Although I think you have like a fixed schedule, no? When was it? Just a chicken egg. And okay. Ah, okay, so today I missed you. Wednesday. Wednesday I wanted to stream too. Because Thursday is a holiday here in Germany. But Friday I might get you. I don't know, I still don't know how I work the rest of the week. Actually, tomorrow I have to get up early. Yeah, the game looked fun, but it's just I'm not really much a shooter fan. I don't know, nice. Always glad to get more ore. And there's so many games I wanna play, but I don't really have the time. And now my brother and my cousin are getting me into another hobby that takes up a lot of time. But I'm actually thinking I might stream it. But yeah, I'm not good at it, like I need to learn it first. But maybe I'll stream my progress. Okay. Oh my god. Let's fight this guy. Oh, nice. What is it called? It's prefer categories. Martial arts, defense plus 2. Actually, if magic drop, that's nice. Yeah, wait. Medicine. Let's use it. Why not? Is it down? No, it's down. Didn't give me anything? Okay. Is the title of something that starts with flow? Everyone's calendar is cropped and won't show the rest of the world. Wait, eh? Is the Thursday of some... Ah, sí. Sí, I actually talked in Spanish. Yes, now I know what you're saying. It's Fron Leichnam, but I actually don't know what it celebrates. I think it's something biblical, but I really don't know what it is exactly. I'll write it to you because me saying it won't make much sense. Okay, are you ready for a lot of me reading text? I think I don't really need to save, but let's save just in case. It takes literally a second.
Beware the words.
The words? What do you mean?
Contagious words. Those who dream.
Those who dream?
Hold a moment. There is a strange new sensation in my mind.
Vice's voice rose in a quizzical way.
It is not quizzical.
What's going on?
The villager's body shuddered as he slowly opened his eyes.
Perhaps we should start by asking this man. Who are you?
We heard something happened to this village, so we came to see if we could help.
The mayor stared at Michel and Weiss.
If you can speak to me, I must have caught you in my dream.
In your dream?
The mayor explained. In the past weeks, a mysterious disease called the Death Dream had spread across the forest of myth. Those who caught it were cursed to fall asleep and live forever within the world of their own dreams. The village mayor had determined the Death Dream was spread from person to person by spoken words, but before he could learn more, the disease took him as well. Weiss stared at the mayor, his mouth twitching slightly.
Now see here. Are you saying that we have been absorbed into your dream? Well, yes. I think you have.
In other words, we've caught the death dream?
Before the mayor could confirm Michel's suspicion, Weiss exploded with rage.
Ridiculous. Preposterous. Completely unfathomable on every conceivable level. I don't even recall falling asleep. That's just how the death dream works.
So polite, the mayor was clearly trying to brush aside the book's remarks.
My remarks are not to be brushed aside, fool.
The mayor twisted his mouth into an embarrassed grimace, then quickly changed the subject to who Michel had seen and what they had discussed since coming to the village.
Something there must have caused you to enter my dream. A certain conversation, a specific word, something.
Michel and Weiss racked their brains but could find no easy solutions. There were simply too many words to consider, too much random chatter, too many meaningless conversations.
Grimoire Weiss does not engage in meaningless conversations.
The mayor's suggestion that Weiss chose his words carelessly seemed to sting his pride.
It does not seem to sting my pride, you bloated gasbag of a narrator. It has demolished it utterly.
Irritated, Weiss looked skyward as if searching for answers in the heavens.
I was doing no such thing. Just leave me alone already.
The anger created by his harsh words bled over to Michelle like a contagion. Wait, said Michelle suddenly. Did someone just say contagion? Yes, I believe so. What of it? Well, that will tell us to watch out for contagious words, right? Mayer leaned forward with renewed interest, pushing a startled voice aside in the process. You must have said something, right? Asked the mayor. Some specific combination of words? What was it? It was about dreaming, or something that dreams, or... Oh, what the hell was it? A sheep? Cried Weiss suddenly, blurting out the first thing that popped into his head. Others stared at him for a moment before slowly shaking their heads. After a few more minutes of thought, Fisher's face suddenly lit up. I remember, he said. Those who dream. That's what he said, I'm sure of it. At this, the mayor produced a thick sheaf of papers from his pocket. He flipped through them a few times before finally nodding his approval at Michelle. That sounds right, he said, as a stray sheet of paper fluttered to the ground. My notes also mentioned something about that. I bet it was the last thing you heard before you fell asleep. Welcome back to the weirdest part of the game. The mayor shook his head. His worn pencil stopped tracing lines across a long piece of paper. For the last month, I've done nothing but study the disease we call the death dream, he said. I wrote it to you what it is. I mean, I'm the mayor, right? It's my job to protect people from whatever comes along, but I never expected a couple of outsiders to start entering people's dreams. The mayor paused, a grimace crossing his face. I should probably be taking notes or something. Weiss immediately fired back. I applauded the force of will it takes to research a disease in your dreams, he said. But perhaps we should bend your efforts to escaping this place instead of trying to understand it. The mayor's hand tightened around his pencil, snapping off the tip. I've tried to escape. From the very first moment I realized I was locked inside my own dream, I've been looking for a way out, but I don't think it exists. I mean, this is my dream, right? If there was an exit, I'd know about it. He paused for a moment, his unfocused eyes staring at nothing. My village was beautiful, he said to no one in particular, and it was filled with the most wonderful people you could ever hope to meet. But once this disease took hold, things changed. It's like someone took a sponge and soaked all the color out of our lives. I just want us to be whole again. I want us to be free, and I won't stop trying until it happens. Michelle nodded in agreement. Huh? Wait a second, I didn't nod. Look, if it can be of any help, said Michelle, just ask. Now hold on, I did not just say that. Silence, cried Weiss. The grimoire looked from Michelle to the mayor and back again, his face filling with confidence. Grimoire Weiss's face is always confident, thank you very much. Now see here, mayor. You told us that nothing can exist in this dream without you knowing of it. But yet you seemed surprised to see us when we first arrived, yes? The mayor slowly raised his head, realization dawning on his face. Oh my god, he said, you're right. You're right! I had no idea you were coming. The human imagination is a limitless engine, said Weiss, and dreams are the fuel. If you can imagine an exit, then it must be so. With your permission, we shall search it out. Thank you, said the mayor. I don't know how I can repay you. Payment is not required. We are as eager as you to be done with this place. The mayor suddenly felt as if he could breathe again. He'd almost forgotten what it was like. Good luck, you two. He called at the departing forms of Michelle and Weiss. We're all counting on you. As Michelle slowly faded into the misty forest, the mayor was struck by a sense of déjà vu. I saw these men once before, he thought. But where? Michelle's mood darkened as he trudged through the forest. Hours earlier, when the beauty of the place was still a new thing, he'd been confident they could get in, find the exit, and be home in time for dinner. But the deeper they went, the more the forest closed in around him. The mist made it difficult to see more than a foot in any direction. A moss-covered rocks seemed determined to twist his ankle. More than once he had been forced to steady himself on the rough bark of a tree, and his hands now left small trails of blood on everything he touched. Additionally, Weiss was proving to be a spectacularly poor traveling companion. Unhindered by either terrain or physical effort, he spent most of his time urging Michelle to pick up the pace and grumbling about their slow progress. Finally, after Weiss muttered something about legless turtles being more adept at navigating the environment, Michelle snapped. Okay, Weiss, calm it for a second, will you? You don't have to walk. Michelle leaned against a tree and tried to stretch the knot from his back. How can this stupid forest be so big? He muttered to himself. The moment the words tumbled from his mouth, a cacophony of insects sprang to life. It's just this part. It's like you're caught in a dream. It's really bizarre and hard to explain. But you're like caught in a dream and you get the stuff narrated. So I'm narrating what's happening. Every manageable form of bass, click, and hiss roared out at a volume that rattled his teeth. Michelle slapped his hands over his ears and screamed to be heard. Weiss, what's going on? Michelle could see Weiss' mouth moving, but he might as well have been shouting in a tornado. The insect screamed, the forest howled, and then, just as Michelle's ears seemed ready to tear from his head and go running for cover, the sound diminished. Hesitantly, he removed the hand from his left ear and listened to the creatures of the woods. This game has really weird lore. Like, it's kind of complex because it's also a series and oof. But this is not really important lore. 333. Shack. Woo, Shik. As the insect symphony dimmed another decibel, Michelle began to detect patterns in the sound. This isn't random, he thought. It's not just white noise, it's something else. The insects weren't just calling out, they were asking a question. 1 with it is lacking. 2 with it is ideal. 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? Buy my pages? Is this a riddle? How should I start? Like, it's hard to talk about this game without making much spoilers. Yeah, I'm really cringe sometimes. I guess so. I mean, it feels sort of forced, but maybe it's the key to getting out of this place. Then I leave it to you to answer. 1 with it is lacking. 2 with it is ideal. 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? This is really weird. A secret? A seesaw? I don't think any of those. Wait, seesaw. What's the seesaw? That's the thingy. Yeah, it should be a seesaw. No? 1 is lacking, yeah, you need 2 for it. And 3 will be dangerous, I guess? Yes. Something that's ideal with 2 people but dangerous with 3. Oh, it's a seesaw. Boy's mouth flew open, but before he could say anything, the words suddenly shifted. What? Shik. When Misha came to, he was once again surrounded by the sound of insects. The cries of the insects were creating words he had heard somewhere before. 1 with it is lacking, 2 with it is ideal. We have been here before. I guess it's... how should I know? Why is... I guess it's a secret, but why? I don't understand. I've done this before. Inwardly furious that Weiss left the task to him, Michelle sighed and gave the only answer that made sense. It's a secret, right? Sound of the insects stopped as suddenly as it began. The forest and the growth parted before Michelle like a ripping wave, opening a new path. These forest arthropods are making a road for us, said Wise with glee. Pleased at passing the test, Michelle moved on with new intensity. The path offered his body relief from the undergrowth, but gave even greater cheer to his mind. As long as they were on the path, their journey had a purpose. I guess the forest has accepted us, huh? Said Michelle after a bit. Wise spun around to face his companion. Do not mistake the will of this forest for some happy pet you can suddenly befriend. We have no idea where this path leads. As Wise finished speaking, the pair turned a corner and found themselves facing a clear forest spring. Smiling, Michelle picked up a small rock and sent it skipping across the surface of the water. Good heavens, said Wise. The surprise was understandable. Each time the rock struck the surface of the water, a musical note rang out. When the rock finally stopped moving and sank to the bottom of the spring, the ripples it left behind came together to form words. I entered through the window, but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? To the window, but break no glass. When night falls, oh, the sunlight. Absurdly easy, but twice, no one said it. Misha gritted his teeth and tried not to reach out and strangle her companion. He's right, after all, this one is pretty easy. Sunlight. Sunlight. A plume of water suddenly burst from the spring. Sunlight filtered through the trees and reflected off the plume, creating a shimmering rainbow that spanned the entire horizon. In all my years, said Boy softly, I have never seen such a sight. Perhaps I have misunderstood the intentions of this place. Hey, look! Cried Michel, awaking away from his daze. There's a house or something over there. Glancing in the direction of his friend's extended hand, Wise saw a small cottage nestled among the trees. That's weird, isn't it, Wise? I mean, who would build a house all the way out there? Michel walked over and pounded on the door. After a minute of solid banging, the door cracked open and a small man peered out. His body was cloaked from neck to toe in a large black cape, while his face was obscured by mist. Began Michel, but before he could get any further, the cloaked man held a hand up and began speaking. I have 4 legs in the morning and 2 at noon, but end the night with 3. What am I? Michel tried to ask the cloaked man who he was and what he was doing then, but he simply repeated the question. If we wish to engage this man in conversation, advice, it seems we must answer his riddle. Yeah, I suppose, said Michel. Well, at least it's an easy one. Yeah, that one I have heard before. It's a man. A man. The mist dissolved from the cloaked figure as he spoke a single word. Correct. With that, the man flung his garment aside, revealing his true identity. You're the mayor, cried Michel. The small man slowly shook his head. I'm not the mayor, you know. Now, listen to my words. Long ago, I saw a version of you that was not yourself. Sorry? What's that mean? It will make sense in time. At present, I simply congratulate you on cracking the seal of the death dream. Now you must go to the person at the forest entrance. With that, the man turned on his heel and slammed the door behind him. As Michel watched, mist seeped up from the ground and enveloped the cottage, erasing it from existence. When Michel and Wise returned to the forest entrance, they found the mayor leaning against a tree. As soon as he caught sight of the duo, he sprang to his feet and scrambled over to them. Good gravy, he cried. You made it! You actually made it back! His left hand grasped Michel's and pumped it so fiercely it threatened to dislodge from the socket, while his right thigh twisted by the cover and spun him through the air. By the heavens, stop shaking me, fool! We have not even told you if we were successful or not. The mayor smiled broadly and shook his head. I'm just happy you're alive. I didn't think I'd ever see you again. Michel withdrew himself from the mayor's eager handshake with a slight smile. We broke the death dream seal, he said. At least I think we did. The mayor's face beamed as Michel filled him on the details. When the tale was done, the 3 of them lay down on the forest ground and fell asleep. Michel cocked his head. Okay, hang on a second. This is crazy. Why don't we just lay down and go to sleep? This isn't a prattle and go to sleep, fool. Fighting against the rules of this place is futility itself. Michel and the mayor obediently reclined atop the grassy earth. Have you forgotten? Continued Wise. It is words that control the Death Dream, words that allow us to move from place to place. No matter how unnatural they seem, the words are absolute. Therefore, if the words tell us to sleep, then sleep is on. And once we do, the story will continue. With that, the trio found their eyes growing heavy, their breath slowing. This is the first time, began the mayor. The first time I have felt tired since I was imprisoned here. His words were cut off by a loud, long yawn, and he remembered nothing more. They might have slept for an hour or a year. When they awoke, things had slightly more real quality to them. The mist felt thicker, the leaves greener. It was clear that they had awakened from their dream. Misha shook the mayor's shoulder gently. Good news, he said. I think we made it. Oh wow, said the mayor in an odd voice. We did it. I'm back. He blinked once, and then again, as if not quite believing the sight before him. You two have no idea how much this means. The death dream was spreading through our village, and I wanted to, well, I thought I could figure out how to stop it, but I guess that wasn't the case. I must have caught the disease and become trapped in my own dream. The man started to stand, then collapsed back to earth. He stared at his legs as if trying to remember how they worked, then glanced at Mitchell and shrugged. Without a word, the young man reached down and pulled the mayor to his feet. Real love may take some getting used to, said the mayor as a wry smile crossed his lips. You shall return in short order, I am sure, said Wise. For now, you should return to your home and rest. No, said the mayor, swaying on his feet. No, I can't. Some of the villagers are still trapped in the death dream. I have to save them. The mayor slowly made his way to the divine tree in the center of the village, then bowed his head and prayed silently. This is a holy tree, he explained when the prayer was finished. It's the guardian of our village history and memories. Superstition will only make our mission harder. Muttered Wise, we should not put our faith in the gods. The mayor shook his head. Not the gods, the words. Legend says that our tree is home to a powerful magic known as a seal dwellers. Mr. Marsh could not contain their surprise. It seemed like all had been found in the most unexpected of places. I say, muttered Wise, this is certainly a stroke of luck. As the three of them said their goodbyes, Michel mentioned the strange man who had given them the third treasure and the mysterious words he had left with him. I once saw a version of you that was not yourself, muttered the mayor. What in the world does that mean? Lost in thought, he stared into space for a long moment. You know, he said softly, this is going to sound odd, but I had a feeling I'd seen you before, too. He'll try to keep a straight face and failed, but the mayor didn't seem to notice. Deja vu, right? Anyways, I figure it's just some kind of illusion created by the death dream. It probably doesn't mean anything. Michel gave the mayor a nod and a smile, but inwardly his thoughts were racing. There's something wrong about the mayor and his words. What exactly is going on here? That riddle would prove to be the most difficult one of all.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's the water.
Now I can finally return to a normal life.
This is one of the most bizarre diseases I have ever encountered.
I know. That's why we have to help the other villagers, no matter what.
Obtain Dark Execution. Okay.
For a sealed verse, that didn't take much effort.
Bullshit, take effort.
Yes, all a touch too easy if you ask me. It's almost as if someone was guiding us to this village.
Don't overthink advice.
Ah. I really needed some water. Okay. Let's save. Okay, let's do these two quests.
This person must be dreaming too.
It would appear that way, yes.
Can't say I'm very excited to go back there. That dream world sort of creeps me out.
Perhaps you should spend less time complaining and more time getting on with the mission.
Yeah.
But this is a creepy dream. I breathe air scented with death and resist urge to laugh. I know it will sound like the words of a madman. How long have I been in this flesh hell? My box, my prison, stuck beneath a stairway in the long unused catacombs of some infinite castle. Outside, I hear the sounds of a funeral dirge that plays without end. Night has no place here. Wind is a forgotten friend. I pray for death to come, but he forsakes me. Time passes. An eternity slips by in a single tick of the clock. Someone knocks on my prison. Anyone there? I hear an unfamiliar voice say, "My savior!" I claw at the door of my jail, embedding thick splinters under my ragged nails. I scream for help. I laugh. I sob. Surely this is a product of my addled mind. Surely it cannot be true. Help me, I cry. For the love of all the gods, help me! Impossibly, I hear the sound of a lock being torn out and falling to the floor. As the door slowly creaks open, I have just enough time to see a silver-haired boy and a floating book before the light goes inside. My eyes, accustomed to blackness, explode with pain, and I'm forced to turn away. Who are you? I ask, shaking hands, covering my face. How have you come to this place? I am Grimoire Wise. This is Michel. Long have we been searching for you. Now come, stand. We shall awaken from this nightmare together. The one as Michel extends his hand and pulls me from the cell. Though my eyes are slow to adjust to freedom, my ears are keen as ever, and I recognize the staccato sounds of heavy rain. I never thought to hear that again, I whispered. Would that this were not such a terrible storm, the Grimoire was? Look at your feet. I force my eyes open and see water pooling around my ankles and lapping at my shins. There's so much of it. Yes, and more comes each moment we delay. If we do not make good our escape, we shall all drown in this castle. We know you are weak, but you are our only hope to survive this place. Time, that long forgotten friend, made itself known again. I nodded my head and swore to save my rescuers, no matter the cost. The castle catacombs are a maze, twisting upon themselves like the endless entrails of a giant. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed north. At the end of the corridor, I find a row of 20 gorgeous canopied beds resting atop a carpet of velvet. All are covered in a thick layer of dust and cobwebs. Searching for the door to the next room, I come upon a shapeless mass of grey matter. It has been shoved against the side of the wall, and despite my fever, I think I see the outlines of a door just beyond. When I reach out a finger and touch a piece of the mass, it turns to dust and drifts away on the wind. Realization slowly dawns, and I fall to my knees and weep. Corpses! I face a mountain of charred and crumbling corpses. I look from it to the beds and back again until the horror dawns full upon me. Someone has piled these bodies into a tower and set them ablaze. Whether they were alive or dead, I do not know, and sanity will not permit me to consider the proposition further. I make a sound. Whether scream or laughter, I cannot be certain. Then my mind grants me merciful blackness, and I find myself opening the door and leaving that most terrible of rooms. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed east. I'm gonna go every time, either east or north. First north, then east. I spin down the corridors and proceed north. I spin down the dim corridors and proceed north. At the end of the path, the water rises to my waist, exhausting me both physically and spiritually. I pray that this is the way out. Eventually I can stand the sight of the waters no longer, and so turn my eyes upwards. Imagine my surprise when I see a series of paintings hanging on the faded plasterboard. Each depicts a person in the prime of life, clad in clothing of the highest quality. The styles, however, are strange to me, leading me to believe that these people had lived long, long ago. One subject wears an outfit that particularly catches my eye. It is constructed of a thin, breathy cloth, and decorated with a motif of flowers and birds, while encircling the figure's waist is a leather belt of the most perfect construction. It is a stunning costume even by modern standards. As I gaze at the portrait, I am struck by the desire to touch it with my own hands. Yet as I extend a single finger to the painting, I am gripped by a most unpleasant feeling. Staring closely at the image, I see it bent and warped into the shape of another finger. Something behind the picture is pointing at me. Is it another prisoner? A fellow inmate trapped for eternity in this place? I cannot let it pass. and so I seized the portrait with both hands and threw it into the water. The wall is hollow behind the winding, and inside I can just make out a body. Whether or not this is a prisoner, there would be no rescue. The poor soul is long dead. Scraps of clothing lie on the floor around the bones. Only a small amount of the fabric has survived, but it features the same delicate designs that were depicted in the portrait. I have been admiring a row of corpses, blocked from view by portraits of each victim at their pinnacle. Enough! Sealing my eyes, I paddle forward through the water. I squint down the dim corridors. I can only go south, I guess. Squint down the dim corridors. I guess I'm going east at the end of the path. I find myself in a great hall with only the sounds of rain for comfort. The waterlogged red carpet squishes beneath my feet as I approach the center of the room. Once there, I behold a beautiful dining table upon which rest china and silver of the finest construction, as well as the remains of a fantastic feast. As my eyes continue to adjust, I see many chairs surrounding the table, each holding a dinner guest. Noticing movement, I approach the chair at the table's head, but as the truth of the matter dawns on me, I recall in horror. The host of the feast is a corpse, as are all the invited guests. An army of foul, wriggling insects have made homes in the remains, and this is the movement I saw. This once splendid feast was nothing more than a requiem for the damned. I take a moment to study my shaking hands, then slowly back away from the table. Desperate to lose sight of the abomination before me, my gaze lands on the chairs upon which the dead were seated. This is a mistake, for the chase proved to be even more terrible than the feast itself. Each one is covered in a layer of spikes that run from the seat, up the back, and down the arms. This explains the color of the carpet beneath my feet. I can only pray that the unfortunate diners were dead when the meal began. Or if not, it is a simple task to mission the agonized screams that must have sprung forth from their mouths. My mind grasped frantically at the possibility that these souls had committed some terrible crime for which this was punishment. Though in truth, I suspect they had committed no crime at all. There will be no tomorrow for these unfortunates. This was the Last Supper. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed north. Against all hope, we make it to the front door. "Break it down!" someone cries, and so I give myself to the effort. In tandem with Michel and Grimoire-wise, I slam my body against a thick, sturdy door. On the third try it gives way, and we find ourselves sprawled on the ground outside the castle. The storm is in retreat. The clouds above are still dark and foreboding. But to the west I can see a thin summer sunlight trying to break through. How can I thank you? I cry as tears join the rain on my cheeks. I would surely have died in there. Looking down, I suddenly notice that my dress is in tatters, and sheepishly try to cover my exposed skin. "Your dress?" asks Wise. "Then you are a woman, madam?" "I am." I proffered the two a smile. I suppose that comes as something of a surprise, seeing as how I exist only in the form of words. I can see that the one known as Michel is disappointed that the torn dress will be given no further description, but he hides it well. If I'm not understruck, the three of us set forth to our awakening, but behind us, an awakening of another kind is taking place. Black smoke fills the abandoned castle, providing the countless damned souls inside with their final shroud. After a moment, the castle windows shatter with a mighty roar. A fresh breeze blows through the hallways and corridors, clearing the smoke away for good. As we watch in awe, uncountable black shadows slowly flicker to life, crossing to and fro in front of the broken windows. The castle's dead have awakened to the new life, a chase.
You have anything to say about that?
Hopefully there will be no labyrinth next time.
I hear that.
Need a bit of water again.
And another victim. This work certainly is trying.
I figured a book like you would be into all this word stuff, Vice.
Even I have my exceptions. Now let's be off.
colony of massive sculptures was visible in the distance, their tall forms scraping against the sky. Weiss and Mitchell had never seen such a sight, and their eyes widened as they tried to take it in.
Those buildings must be huge if we can see them from this far away. What do you think, Weiss?
As Weiss considered his answer, the sun beat down on them with renewed ferocity.
Perhaps they are some manner of mirage.
He said. Under this heat, a mirage or two would hardly be an unexpected sight. Michel nodded and wiped the sweat off his brow, leaving a trail of sand in its place. He thought he'd never been so thirsty. The ancient road on which they walked was black and cracked with age. Here and there, thin wisps of grass pushed up through the rocky surface, as if defying those who had laid this material down over their home. The heat reflecting from the road made Michel lightheaded, his feet hurting. He crouched down to rest. I don't know how much longer I can do this. Is someone playing a joke on us or what? The complaining had already begun. Weiss tried not to let his eyes roll too much. A joke? He said. No, no joke. The road leads to the city of art. Perhaps the path itself is simply some manner of grand artistic work. You don't sound very sure of yourself there. Perhaps not, but thinking of it this way might make it easier for you to bear. Michel glanced at Weiss' green face, shook his head, and resumed walking. As time passed, Michel's feet grew more painful, and his throat drier than he thought possible. He tried not to look further than the next step ahead, because the bright sunlight made him hesitant to trust his own senses. We're definitely getting closer, said Weiss in an effort to cheer his companion. Yes, this much is certain. Encouraged, Michel lifted his gaze. Suddenly he stopped walking, choosing instead to stand in the middle of the road with his mouth and eyes wide open and his finger pointing in the distance. Water! He cried. It's water! Water? Asked Weiss. Preposterous! I don't see the water. Over there, just ahead of us. Look, the sun is reflecting off it. Without waiting for response, Michel sprang to life and bounded toward the side. What in the... There was no water. There was nothing but sand in every direction. Michel closed his eyes and sighed as Weiss floated up behind him and chuckled softly. I believe this is known as a mirage, he said. Many a desert traveler has spoken of such things. Michel shook his head, bewildered. Suddenly he pointed off in the distance, his eyes wide once more. Wait, there it is! I just missed it, look! It's right there! Michel sprinted off again, leaving Weiss with no choice but to follow. After a few minutes of running, Michel came to a halt. He could have sworn it was right around here. Confused, he put his hands up to his eyes and rubbed them vigorously. As soon as he stopped, he noticed a blue, shimmering pool of clear water just over the next rise. With a shout, he bounded off in search of it. The chase continued for nearly an hour, until an exasperated Weiss finally floated up to Michel and struck him in the face with his cupboard. Enough, you blithering idiot! Stop this at once! There is no water here! Michel's face clouded. There isn't? There is not, and perhaps next time you will listen to me when I tell you as much. Weiss paused for a moment, then continued speaking in a slightly kinder tone. However, I suppose this much chase was not altogether wasted. It seems we have arrived in the city of art. Michel looked up. Stretched out before him was a row of impossibly tall sculptures. The journey was at an end. They're huge, cried Michel, completely forgetting the heat and pain of the past few hours. I've never seen anything so big. Each sculpture was formed from roughly the same shape, a tall rectangle that straight up toward the sky, but that is where the cemeteries ended. Most were covered with panes of glass that reflected light in 1,000 directions, but others seemed to be nothing but frames of steel. Some had tall spires on their tops, while others possessed triangular caps. What kind of city is this? Said Michel. Where are the people? Where are the houses? Perhaps the land is intended exclusively for artistic use. The debate continued as they made their way through the city. Miracles of artistry were everywhere. Great iron crates with wheels sat silent on steel rails. Beautifully carved works with lights of red, amber, and green dangled over every street. As they moved away from the massive sculptures, they found a great array of smaller ones. Some were covered in glass or brick, but many were composed of materials they had never before encountered. The sheer variety of colors and style was staggering. Unable to find a theme or purpose to the abstract birds around them, Michel and Weiss eventually fell silent. On the outskirts of the city, they discovered 3 sculptures in the shape of humans. Michel uttered a sigh of relief as he approached them. Finally, I was getting tired of modern art. The 3 statues were indistinguishable, except for a single word chiseled into their right arms. 1 red alpha, 1 red beta, and the final one red gamma. As Michel moved to touch the nearest statue, a bird flew from the top of one of the sculptures. Alighting on the statue's shoulder, it emitted a brief, beautiful song that took the form of words. Only one form is real, the others are false. The real form will always speak the truth. The false one will only speak lies. With that, the bird departed. As if on cue, the three statues shuddered to life, a crying color and form as they began to breathe. Hey, look at that, said Michel. They're alive. The triplets bowed low before Michel. Please, said Alpha. You have to get me out of this nightmare. I am real. Stop lying, said Beta. He turned to Michel and threw his hands in the air. Alpha's a fake. You know, I'm the real one. What a load of crap, said Gamma. Beta is a fake. Everyone knows I'm the only real one around here. The respective spears given, the 3 statues returned to the frozen state as silence once again enveloped the city. When you consider of the statement, only one of them could be the real thing, said Weiss. Michel furrowed his eyebrows and considered his answer. Only one form is real, the others are false. The real form will always speak the truth, the false ones will only speak lies. Wait, let me read the sentences. Let me read the sentences again. Okay, please, said Alpha. You have to get me out of this nightmare. I am real. So let's assume Alpha is the real one. Then Beta would say, stop lying. He turned to me and threw his hand. Alpha's a fake, you know, I'm the real one. That's a lie. He wouldn't be the real one, which could be possible. And he would be lying about Alpha being fake, which could also be possible. And then Gamma, what a load of crap. Beta is a fake. So Gamma would also be a liar, and he would be lying about Beta being a fake, which would make Beta real, which can be because he's also fake. Okay, so Alpha can be the real one. Okay, now let's go with Beta being the real one. Alpha said, you have to get me out of this nightmare, I am real, which would be a lie, because he's fake. Now Beta, stop lying. He turned to me and threw his hand in the air. Alpha's a fake. You know, I'm the real one. Okay, let's assume that's true. What a load of crap, said Gamma. Beta is a fake. So Gamma will be a fake in this case. And he would be lying. And then would make Beta real. Everyone knows I'm the only real one around here. And he will be fake, so it's probably Beta. Let's now assume Gamma is the real one. Then Alpha will be lying. You have to remember I am real, which will be true. And then Beta will be lying. But if he will be lying about Alpha being a fake, he will be real, which can be possible. So it has to be Beta. The real one is Beta. Though Michel's voice betrayed a notable lack of confidence, he was relieved to see Weiss nodding at him. If Alpha were telling the truth, began Weiss in the dry tones of a lecturer, Beta and Gamma would be fakes. But in that case, Gamma's claim that Beta is a fake will be the truth, even though Gamma is a liar. Therefore, the theory crumbles. Now let us presume that Gamma spoke the truth. That makes Alpha and Beta liars. In this situation, however, Beta is calling Alpha a liar, which will leave us with 2 statues telling the truth. Finally, let us assume that Beta is telling the truth. If so, Alpha and Gamma's lies would make sense, therefore Beta must be real. As Weiss finished his explanation, Alpha and Gamma crumbled soundlessly into dust, while Beta sprang to life once more. Congratulations, villagers, said Weiss in a cheerful voice. The time to awaken has arrived. Thank you for saving me, cried the villager. He dropped to his knees and bowed his head as low as it could go before an uncomfortable missile pulled him to his feet. Why did you have a dream like this? Asked Wise. Have you been to this city before? The wizard slowly looked around at the bizarre objects and sculptures that dotted the landscape, then shook his head. I don't think so. I mean, it's impossible, right? There's no way I could have ever been to a place like this. But at the same time, I feel like I've seen this before. Deja vu, muttered Michel, just like the mayor. The vague sense of unease that struck Michel during the mayor's dream spread once more through his mind.
That was rough.
I am positive I have seen that place before.
Okay, that's enough. Don't need you getting all weird on me too. Okay, there. Now all the villagers can wake up, right?
Yes, if the mayor's assumption was correct. I think I have had enough wordplay to last a lifetime. Thank you very much.
You're telling me. Anyway, let's go see the mayor.
Let's go see the mayor.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you so much. Here, I have something for you.
I'll have a short faith.
Wow, this looks valuable. I can really have it?
Of course. It's apparently a weapon of some renown, but we have little use for it.
Well, we appreciate it.
Thank you again for everything.
Let me check it out. Getting more wise weapons. 112. Faith is very light. Oh, this is way better than what I have right now. Yeah, I'm digging this weapon. Okay, now let us get back. Finally. I think I'm gonna finish part 1. And then I'm gonna call it. So we're still missing Emil's manor.
So how was the village?
Oh, it was truly magnificent. There are no words. Really.
Neat.
Let's get back to Popla. She'll probably want to know what's going on in there.
Gotcha, or not. Okay, but use with magic. Magic power plus 4%. Nice. Let me keep that. I think I have the 2% one equipped. Getting more wise. Portrait magic. Yeah. Okay, but I have no. Okay, but this is on those. That's the ones I usually use. Okay, let's move. This weapon is dope. Guard break plus 4%. Oh my god, there's coming too many of these guys. Come on. Ah. Oh, broken so nice. Okay, I'll finally dealt with him. Ah, gonna ignore that one. Nothing shit I can gather. Okay. Now let's hope for some eggs. Then go talk to Popola. Nothing. Oh my god. I'm trying the best luck with these drops, I'm guessing. Oh, come on, I don't need fucking medicinal herb. I need giant egg. Why you not give me giant egg? Nothing. Nice. What I always wanted. Oh, okay. Let's go up here.
The death dream certainly is a strange illness.
Yeah, it was something alright.
Even I, with my natural love for words, have no desire to visit that place ever again.
You guys did well. You've been making a lot of long trips lately. Are you sure you're not pushing yourself too hard?
I'm okay. I can't just sit around all day while Yona's sick after all.
If you say so.
So, anything I can do for you?
Well, I suppose there is one thing I could use a hand with. Have you heard about our plans to repair the canal? The work probably won't happen for a while, but once it's done, we can use the canal for trade and travel and all kinds of useful things. Unfortunately, however, we're a bit behind schedule at the moment. If you're willing to help out, I'd really appreciate it.
No problem. What do you need?
Great. So, the man I originally asked to help on this project hasn't shown up for work in a few days. I'm starting to get a little worried, so maybe you can head over to Seafront and check up on him? I'll mark the location of his house on your map. He always carries a red bag over his shoulder, so he should be easy enough to find.
Got it.
Oh my god. I forgot you have to do this still. So I guess I'm gonna skip on that for now. I think I'm just gonna go to Seafront and leave it at that. And shorter episode, but no big deal. Better than nothing, no? Let us just check again for a giant egg. Chicken egg.
A canal, is it? Fascinating. If we had a ferry, we could put these days of endlessly running about behind us.
Don't you just float everywhere anyway?
Do you think I am borne aloft by the winds, lad? It takes stamina to maintain this height.
Oh, really?
You could at least try to hide the utter dismay, you know.
Okay. Yeah, this giant egg thing is gonna make me insane probably when we're at the point of trying to get all the materials for the weapons. Nothing around here. If I checked here? Nope. Nothing. Let's check on the Ebola one more time.
Doesn't.
Okay, she doesn't have any work. Nothing. Nothing. Let's move to Seafront. Okay. Operator. Magic drop, that's interesting. Kinda wanna play more, but I have to get up in like 8 hours. I should really stop the stream for now. Where's this guy? Yeah, let's call it here. So yeah, thank you everyone very much for watching and have a nice day. Take care, bye!